It's time now to sample BMW's K1200Lt. This year's model represents the first real revision of the LT since we first saw it back at its press launch in 1999. Back then, we were totally impressed with the LT's heated grips, power windscreen, and smooth, powerful motor. Speaking of engines, for this year's overhaul, BMW engineers played with the LT's mapping and cam timing. That's bumped its original 98 horsepower four-cylinder engine up to 116 horsepower. Cosmetic changes have also been made to the LT's headlight, side skirts, and trunk. A new all-in-one instrument cluster has been added, along with a narrower seat to assist shorter-legged riders. There's also a new central locking system for the luggage, an integrated alarm system. From a chassis point of view, the LT's rake was slightly changed this year in an effort to improve slow-speed handling. And then there's the electric center stand. So how does the new LT package all work? Well, we invited a longtime Harley owner, Terry Short, who jumped over to the Beamer brand last year when he purchased a 2003 LT model. We wanted to see if this year's increase in pony power and the additional power center stand would be enough to inspire Terry to call his local dealer.
Now, Terry, you're a 2003 LT owner. And we thought it'd be very interesting to sort of put you on the new and improved 2004 and just see what your impressions would be. First impressions?
First impressions are it's a great motorcycle. Anybody that's looking for a touring bike, this is definitely the bike to take a look at. A few improvements over the 2003, change in the rake so that it's a little easier to handle in the parking lots over the 2003, which had a little bit of a reputation of being top heavy. Change in the seating, they've narrowed the seating down so that vertically challenged fellows can get both feet on the ground. And 16 extra horsepower, and everybody loves a little extra power.
Yeah. Now, could you notice a difference with the horsepower?
A little bit. 16 horsepower is marginal, but there was a little bit of difference I could notice in the takeoff and in the roll-on. It's an extremely light bike once it's under motion. It's considered one of the heaviest cruisers in its class at 860 pounds wet. But once you're moving, you'd swear that you were on a 400-pound motorcycle.
Yeah.
Very well balanced, very easy to maneuver. The roll-on is very good and very rideable.
How would you describe the motor itself?
The motor itself is very smooth. The four-cylinder, with only 1,200 cc's, it still cranks out in mine 100 horsepower and this one 116. And it rolls on very well, very smooth delivery of power.
Yeah.
And more than enough power to be on a touring bike.
Now, have you ever ridden two up with this kind of bike?
On this kind of bike, yes. I've taken my wife on several trips, and the bike doesn't notice the fact that she's there, and she finds it extremely comfortable.
Well, we know that it's smooth, and we know that it's powerful. You also have a fairly heavy bike under your saddle. What about stopping?
Stopping is no problem. You've got the interlock servo-assisted braking, and as well as ABS.
Yeah.
And one thing you do have to be careful of, it's very sensitive. So when you first start to ride, it takes a little getting used to. But once you're used to it, there's all kinds of stopping power there.
Well, Terry, I know with cruising and luxury touring, you like to have all your, toys. For instance, CD player and stereo system. It's all right here. What did you think? Is it a good system?
Excellent sound system, doesn't distort when you're on the highway and have to crank the volume up. Excellent sound comes out, no distortion whatsoever. The CD player is easy to operate. In all of your hand controls, your buttons, easy to operate in the glove, which makes it very, very rider friendly.
Right. And these controls, easy to reach with your hand?
Very easy to reach with your hands. A little bit of a stretch for the volume, but once you're reaching for the volume, you're underway, and you shouldn't be playing with it before that. They're well laid out, easy to get used to, and easy to use.
Yep. Power center stand.
Power center stand makes you the coolest guy in the parking lot.
You like that?
It's an excellent feature.
Yeah.
It has no problems picking the bike and the rider up at the same time, and so I understand even with a passenger. Fully loaded. Works excellent.
You do like that, huh?
I think that's a great toy.
So who would you recommend this bike to?
This bike is for an individual who is obviously financially stable. It's a BMW. It's their top-of-the-line touring bike, and it comes with a price tag which goes along with that particular type of unit, but you also get your money's worth. It's an excellent bike, it's well set up, and if someone has gotten to the point where money's not an issue and he and his wife want to go touring and take a nice long holiday and they enjoy biking, this is definitely the way to go.
Right. Is there anything that surprised you or disappointed you about the new bike?
I don't think I could find anything disappointing about the bike. There's some subtle changes between the 2003 and the 2004, like seating position that I found a little bit different. Still not sure just which one I like best, but I enjoyed this seating position and the fact that my feet were flat on the pavement whenever I stopped. Makes you feel that much more secure.
Well, thank you for coming out and sampling the bike today. It was fun watching you ride.
Well, thanks for the chance. It's been a pleasure. Enjoyed every minute of it.